Good evening, folks. It's me again, Isaac David Brigmond, with another episode of Alone in the Dark with Isaac David Brigmond. I want to talk to y'all today about it's Sunday, and it seems like a lot of people don't take Sunday seriously. They don't want to go to church. They don't want to experience church. And do you ever get this feeling that when you are dating somebody, if the person you're dating dumps you for some reason, regardless of if it's your fault or their fault, y'all might have been going to church together, and then when you went to church, then after they dumped you, they don't want to go back to church. It's like they just decided to give up on God because they're not with you no more. Now, this didn't happen to me recently. It happened to me some time back. I had dated somebody. We went to church together. Then, for certain reasons, she dumped me. And ever since then, she has not gone back to church with me. And I don't know if she goes back to church anywhere or not. But folks, don't let your relationships that you have with other people stop you from going to church if it don't work out. And plus, if you ever stop doing something for another person, and I know for a fact something about this stuff. If you say, okay, somebody is doing something they're not supposed to, and I'm contributing to that something they're doing that they're not supposed to. So that means I need to stop doing what I'm doing, because if I don't stop what I'm doing, they won't stop what they're doing. So say I stop what I'm doing, so they can't do what they want to do that they're not supposed to. So they get mad at me and say, I'm going to ruin your life. And they may not even tell you in your face they're going to ruin your life. They may tell it to you behind your back. But they show it in your face by the way they come up in your face and be like, you doing this and that. No, you're not. You're not probably doing those things. But they want to say you are because they want to believe it. I'd be like, say, if I had been married. And if you want to know if I ever had been, ask me. That's another one of those things where if I have or haven't, I will tell you if it's worth you knowing. But anyway, let's just say for the sake of the situation, we're in make-believe world. But this little make-believe scenario, I know, has happened before. How many people it's happened to? I won't say that. I'll just say it's happened. Maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times. But anyway, alright, it goes like this. Say you're married. Or I'm married, or whoever. Say my wife had a bad habit. And say I have a good job. And when I bring money home, she takes the money and uses it to support her bad habit. Okay, say I get tired of it after some time has gone by. And I say no more money for her because she's going to take all our money and use it for the bad habit she has. Say she gets to a point where she's mad at me because I just quit giving her money because she's going to use it for her bad habit. So she decides to ruin my life, and she wants to say I'm doing stuff I'm not doing. So if people believe it, then I'll have to say, how can I get you to stop this? And they'll say, well, give me the money for my habit, and then I'll stop what I'm doing. Well, that's not the way it works. It does sometimes work that way, in the sense of it goes that way, but to really work that way, no. What you're supposed to do is talk to God, ask God what to do about that subject, and go there with it. Because you know good and well, as some people have said, and I agree with these people, don't just sit there and say, oh, well, if I do what they want, then they'll leave me alone on certain levels. Well, they need to leave you alone on any level if all they want out of you is a paycheck so they can use your paycheck for their bad habit. And it don't matter what the bad habit is. All bad habits are something that don't need to be in people's lives. And if you choose to have a bad habit, then you need to leave the world alone and make your own money to support your bad habit. Don't sit there and glom off of somebody else, get the money from them, and then you go off and do what you want to. See, it starts out, the person you're doing this to doesn't even know how bad it is, or they don't know at all what you're doing. Then you turn around and show your true colors as to hey, this is the real me, or hey, you knew what kind of person I was, but you didn't know the extent of it. So you got to realize, if you got a bad habit, back off. Don't worry about nobody until you and God can get yourself straight. Because do you think you need to be in front of somebody showing out, being a rudo, just showing out? You going to tell the whole world about this belief you supposedly believe in about the person you're trying to blackmail? Look, blackmail doesn't even, a lot of times, mean, hey, I believe in this thing I'm trying to blackmail you about. No, a lot of times it's just somebody has a world in their head where they want you to believe that that's what they believe, when they don't. Because if they believed all that, then they wouldn't want to blackmail. They just want to have this rude attitude where they say, this is what you're doing, and that they go to a point to prove it. Not this, hey, I'm going to say you're doing something when you're not. Knowing good and well I don't really believe all this, but if I can get the world to believe it, and you're wrong, that's sick. That is so sick. And men or women, if a man or a woman has something they have to have in life, please don't abuse it. Like women. There are good women and bad women. There are good men and bad men. Now you bad women need to learn you're making it bad on the good women. Now how does a bad woman make it bad on a good woman? Well, if a good woman would tell a man, hey, you're my boyfriend, you're my husband, so it's your responsibility to buy certain things for me. Okay, I agree with that. I'm not going to deny that. But a good woman would say, hey, you're my significant other. So if you do decide that you are willing to buy me feminine products, I will want you to buy the feminine products on the schedule that you are supposed to go on. Like, and I know a lot of you guys are going to think I'm sick for saying this, but I don't see a problem talking about this subject. So if you got a problem with it, take it up with God. But the point is, women, good women know that if a boyfriend or a husband buys her pads, she knows he buys the right kind of pads and they last a while and she uses them. But she decides to use up the bag of pads that he gave her, that he bought with his own money, because he was nice enough to do it, because he cared about her, he loved her. And a good woman would be like, I'm going to use these pads up before I say I need more, no matter who buys them for me. Plus, or whatever. Anyway, the point is, or the situation may go that the woman says, I'll get down to so many pads and then I'll say something to the person who buys them, regardless of if it's her or him. And see, I've known women to want the man to go to the store every day to buy pads. Like, go to the dollar store, buy the dollar store pads, and do it every day. Or go every day to the dollar store and buy chewing gum. Or go every day to the dollar store and buy sodas. Or go every day to everybody's house. I mean, you know, you can't go to the same places every day. Okay, so I went to John Doe's house. And me and John Doe are friends. And so is my significant other. So there's 3 friends. Me, the one I'm in love with, and John Doe. And we're all friends. Don't you think after the 3rd or 4th day that we visited John Doe that week, John Doe's going to be like, do y'all have a life? Do y'all have anything else you could be doing? I'd be like, you know, John Doe, I like you as a friend, and I don't want to ruin what we got. But this person who's also your friend, who's also my girlfriend or wife, well, she likes to go up here every day. And apparently, if I don't do it like that, then I'm wrong, or if I make a statement about it. Plus, I want y'all to know something, folks. What is the deal, you confused ladies? Now, the good ladies, They know where I'm going with this, so good ladies, y'all might be on my side and you might not, but I'm not making fun of y'all. As a matter of fact, you probably thought this way before too about the bad women. Now you good women and you good men, you listen up carefully. What is the deal with y'all talking about when the other person brings up, and this is you confused folks, and I also want you to listen, you good people, because you may like what I'm saying and you may have something to say about it. But listen, what is it you confused folks, or not right folks, when your significant other, as in boyfriend, girlfriend, husband or wife, when you're talking to them and you tell them, I think you better watch out for so-and-so because I don't think they like me. Or I think there's something about them you just need to be careful about. Why do y'all have to be like, after we said that to y'all, some of y'all will have to be like, well, we just ain't going to go visit them no more. Did I say that? Did we say that? I said, or we said, watch out for them. I mean, good gracious, if you see something your own self after your significant other brought it up, then you got a right to say, okay, I saw it too, and now we need to quit visiting them. That would have been the thing to do. Don't just take my side of it. I may be wrong about something. It can't happen. And you know what? I don't understand why you think some of you people in this world believe that you could live your whole entire life off of macaroni and cheese. You know what? That is good stuff, and there are different variations of macaroni and cheese. Come on, I like it too. But I don't believe in this about everything should be mac and cheese. I am a part-time vegetarian. I'm coming up. There's straight guys, and I'm a straight guy too, okay? Well, I'm a tolerant man. I'll say it that way too. So, if you are of other genders and you want to talk to me, come to me. If I seem offensive, then don't talk to me no more. If I seem like, hey buddy, how you doing? Let's talk on this subject we have in common. All right? But I'm going to tell you something. I don't know. I'm trying to talk and sometimes I lose train of thought about what I'm trying to say. But, okay, look. People, look. I don't understand, folks. Okay, look. I'm going to come clean about some things I probably never told y'all, but I'm going to say this. If you don't know what this is, talk to me about it and I'll tell you. Or I will actually tell you a little bit of it now, and then if I left out something and you're still confused, let me know. But I am what's called a part-time vegetarian or a part-time vegan, which it basically boils down to, on Monday I might have had a meat and vegetable day, and on Tuesday I might have had an all-vegetable day, and then the next day, Wednesday, might have been an all-meat and vegetable day, and the next day might be all vegetables. Means that I can go once or twice without any meat in my meal, but I have to know that at some point in my life I'm going to go back to eating meat. Like if you said, today we're going to have nothing but vegetable salad, or vegetable salad, vegetable, however you want to say it, salad. I say, sure, I could do that, but then later on I know the next day or so many days later I've got to have a meat and vegetable thing. So I eat semi-healthy. I'll say it that way. And before I go, since my time's about up, I want y'all to know something. If you make some scrambled eggs and melt some blue cheese in your scrambled eggs, man, that is good. Put a little salt and pepper, just a little bit of salt to taste, a little bit of pepper enough to see it on the eggs. And it don't matter if you use one of them stone wave, microwave steamers, those new things. It don't matter. Or if you use the regular pan on the stove, but if you cook it with some blue cheese and, like the traditional scrambled eggs with cheese, but you do it blue cheese, yes. Well, I got to go, and thank you, and have a nice day.